Hey everyone, welcome to Quarter Mile Farm. It is January 11 and it's about 40 degrees outside. We've been having these like really cold sessions and then it warms up a little bit and then it gets cold. And I was just thinking during these cold sessions, or during the warmer sessions I should say, that I should come out here to the greenhouse and finally plant some cold season crops in my raised garden bed that's in here. You might see over there a little bit of green. That was lettuce that I transplanted. A friend of mine let me come dig some up at her place, and I planted it, and we've gotten quite a bit from it. I thought it would die when we had like weather down to the single digits. We got down to 1 degree at night, and I thought sure that was going to be the end of this lettuce, and it did wilt down a lot. But it's actually still growing, or at least not dead. And that gives me hope that I can plant some seeds in here and have them grow at least in spurts when we have this 40-degree weather in the middle of winter. So I was just out here checking on it today and pulling up some weeds. There was some chickweed growing, and I thought I'm gonna go grab some seeds and get them planted. I also need to water some of the other plants in here, so I'll do that, get some seeds planted, and maybe, just maybe, we can get some fresh produce growing even in the middle of winter. So I'll show you some of the seeds that I'm going to plant. First we have some spinach. This is a giant noble, and this is just, pretty sure this is a seed packet that I got at the Dollar Tree. Then this one is spinach matador. And I don't know how old these seeds are. Oh, just from 2020. So I'm planting a couple different varieties of each kind just because I don't know if the seeds are old, if they'll grow. So I'm just trying a couple different ones to see if they'll grow. So anyway, spinach matador. Then I have a couple lettuces, and this one I think might do pretty well. This is the Marvel of Four Seasons, and you can say that in French if you know French. Merveille des Quatre Saisons. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I got this in a packet of seeds. I got a big envelope of seeds when I went to the Homesteaders Convention that Off Grid with Doug and Stacy put on each year. We went out there in 2019, and some of the prizes that they would randomly give out were these big envelopes full of seeds, and that was one of them. And they're all those were all Baker Creek seeds. So this is Baker Creek. This one is Italian Choice. I don't know who this is by. I got it randomly from somewhere. Anyway, so that's a lettuce that I'm going to try, and I have grown this before, and it did do pretty good. And it's supposed to be good for 4 seasons, so we'll see how well it does in the winter. The next one I'm trying is a Merlot lettuce. This was a free seed pack from Baker Creek. Nice red color. And then I'm going to try a couple peas since they love to grow in the cold weather, and I always plant them too late to really get a good crop of them in the summer. They do better in the spring, so I thought I'll plant them now and maybe in early spring I'll get a good crop. So this is the Improved Maestro by Baker Creek, and I've grown this one before, and it has a good flavor and a good protection. And this one is another Dollar Tree store, and it's the Sugar Snap. And so we'll see how well that one does here. So I'm gonna get to planting. I have a little bit of space right here, and let's get closer in and I'll show you what's going on. I was just noticing these holes are straight to the outside. For all my efforts to try to keep this greenhouse warm, including on the front door here, there's this window. Oops, this side. It's got a crack here, and I've tried to stuff that with paper bags or otherwise try to keep this closed so it keeps out the cold air. And I have 2 of those holes, vents on the back, which is great during the summertime. Not so much during the winter. So I'm gonna find a way to block those off and keep cold air out. Okay, so I just found some paper wrapping and some plastic bags that had come around some of the plants that I got probably in the mail. So I'm gonna try stuffing these, first the paper and then the plastic around it or in it, so it blocks the air. So let's see if I can. That's gonna be hard to keep that in there, but let's give it a try. I have some cardboard over there that I could probably tear just to kind of lean up against here to keep everything in. Paper's staying in there pretty well, but it's damp at the moment. If it dries out, I wonder if it'll fall out. Yeah, that's staying in there pretty good, actually. Okay, that paper actually works pretty good. But I'm gonna lean some of this up in front of them just to help kind of secure it so it doesn't fall out. Actually. There, that works. Just take this little square of cardboard and stuff it in there with the paper, and it's quite secure now. All right, I think I'm about done. We have it cold air blocked off. We have seeds in the ground. We have them watered, and we have lettuce still growing that I planted last fall. And I am just so grateful that this greenhouse came with the land that God provided for us. When we first got here, I thought I'd put up an even bigger greenhouse so we could really get some winter gardening done. This from someone who came from 1/10 of an acre and not much experience with winter gardening. And that was a complete mistake because the wind came along, we didn't have it secured properly, and it just whipped that thing around and destroyed it. Some of my earliest videos are actually about that greenhouse, if you want to go back and watch them. But sometimes it just goes to show that what God provides is so much better than what we can try to do on our own. So He provided this greenhouse, and it is working just great for us. We're going to be cleaning up in here. I don't know if you saw, it's a little bit messy, but I do need to clean up in here, and I actually had a bunch more of these tables in here. I had moved them out because we were going to move the greenhouse, but we ended up not being able to move it where I wanted to put it, and really there's not anywhere else that I want to put it, and it's so much of a hassle to move this. So we're just going to leave it here, even though I don't like looking at it out of my window. It blocks my view, but you know what? I need to look at it with the grace of knowing that this provides food for us even in the winter. So it's a good way to look at things, I think. All right, well, I gotta go run some errands, get the boys educated, and we'll see you next time. Bye.